Christ came to redeem us, and yes, to restore us. But it is not to restore us to Eden. It is to restore us to new creation. Christ's redemptive act is the ultimate sacrifice that God had made so that we can be restored into a right relationship with God. God's story, God's art, supersedes us in every way. That there is not a greater story of redemption than what the Bible gives us. And we may be atheists, we may fight against this all our lives, we may hate the church. But when I speak to artists, they know instinctively that this is necessary for creation. As I speak about in my Silence and Beauty book, there was this journey that brought me to Japan to discover the distinctive notion of Japanese beauty, which is tied to sacrifice, which is connected to the kintsugi idea of not just fixing the broken bowl, but the idea that it becomes better. This is more recent kintsugi that was shattered. This is the bowl that tea master used to put water in. It broke and it's been repaired with kintsugi. Kintsugi is the art of repairing, but it's more than that. Kintsugi is a perfect entry into how does an artist deal with brokenness and problems that needs to be fixed. Dr. Pete Candler was the former professor of great books at Baylor University. And as a novelist who has been endeavoring to find his voice, I thought it was critical to have somebody who is beginning to find that voice. And Dr. Candler provides us with these storylines that are very helpful toward our understanding of theology of making.
My aunt died of cancer, and before she died, she asked me to give the sermon at her funeral. I started with the passage from the end of John's Gospel, which to me contains the most beautiful word in English. The word is breakfast.
Amen.
I think, and it's really special too to think about this, having had breakfast with Esther and Kurt the last few days. The word carries so much weight for me. The idea of the morning.
It's a post-resurrection.
It's a post-resurrection.
And it means break fast.
You break the night fast, and thinking about this in the context of death and grief, where is definitely a moment of fasting from someone's presence, that you've known. The novel exists to remind us that the world is really kind of a dark and lonesome and dreary place. I don't know that we really need novels to tell us that. Sometimes even in the very moments of great darkness, that there is a beauty and a mystery and a wonder and a joy to being human in this veil of tears.
It's not that I became an artist because I was so gifted, but I knew from when I was a little boy that when I made things, when I painted, I felt something go through me that wasn't mine. And so I felt compelled to not to justify or explain anything. I just wanted to give people some of that language. That narrative of the Good Shepherd finding that lost sheep is active in presence in all of the arts And this is why the artists are so important for the church. Not just so that they can design a nice logo, but artists are needed because they're that sheep that takes the risk and does get lost sometimes. And this journey of recovering the lost, this journey of understanding the brokenness leads right into the new creation.